Good Thursday evening, everybody. Welcome to the South Jersey South Shore League as we get to bring you another one here on BFA Sports. Mike Gill, Doug Stasic, as we are in Northfield tonight as Galloway is hosting Northfield in Northfield at Birch Grove Park. Galloway will be the home team wearing red. Northfield dressed in blue as we are set to start things off. Connor Loveland on the mound for the Mustangs. And Justin Klemick will lead things off for the Cardinals, 5-2, taking on 0-3 Galloway in our featured matchup of the South Shore League evening. First pitch over for a called strike from Loveland. Second pitch is down and away. Mustangs 0-3. Northfield with a lineup of Klemick, Johnson, Hickson, Swinkowski, Brown, Ewing, Wallowich, Barberi, Burns, and McCarthy. A lot of familiar South Jersey baseball names facing Connor Loveland. Third pitch over for a called strike, and it's 1-2 strikes. To the leadoff man tonight, Justin Klemick. A windy evening here in Northfield, getting things started, and the pitch is hit down the first base side. Myers after it, out of play. Defensively for Galloway, over at third, John McCall. Shortstop, Sam Munez. Over at second base is Gargione. First base, Steve Myers. Get to the outfielders and set in a second. Loveland's pitch is just down in left field. Got the brothers out there, one of them is DHing today, and that is Seth in left, Masters in right, and Masters in center and Cronk in right. Ground ball toward third base. Shortstop over on it. Munez's throw is way off the bag, and a leadoff, probably a single there, a little deep in the hole.
Left fielder.
So a leadoff base runner for the Cardinals. And here comes Demetrius Johnson, the left fielder. Loveland and Graham, your battery tonight for Galloway. And that pitch is over for a called strike. Connor Loveland, Apsagami. Pitch is outside. Throw down to first as Graham snapped ones down. Myers tagged just a little late. Was talking to one of the Galloway coaches before the game, and obviously the challenges of this league is you got the high school season still going. A lot of their players are part of the Holy Spirit Spartans state championship win today. So they're missing a couple of key cogs on their team. Loveland from the stretch. Ball skied high into right field. Second base is out on it and makes the grab on the call off there. Nice play by Gargione. And there's one away.
Right fielder.
That brings up the right fielder, Ethan Hickson, for Northfield. Left-handed swinger. Pitch is beaten to the foul into the ground over to first base. 0-1 for Loveland. Gets ahead in the count. Been around the plate. Catch your breath there, Doug.
Yeah, well,
welcome aboard.
We should let everybody know that unbeknownst to us, a little bit of a changeup. So Galloway didn't have a field availability, which is why Northfield is batting first. And we got that note as the first pitch was being thrown. So I had to change up some graphics. We'll get to the lineup shortly.
The 0-1 from Loveland. Up and in. 1-1.
One ball.
Well, he fouled one down the first base side, so there's definitely a strike. I'm going to overrule that. Oop, that looked good. I got overruled on that.
I got something for you too, Mike. I forgot to share. A little surprise for our buddy Joe Bunting and the Bunting Family Pharmacy. They bring the pharmacy home to you, sponsors of the South Jersey South Shore League.
A little off speed, a little wrinkle there for a called strike. 2-2. He hit a foul ball, right?
I thought he did. I mean,
yeah. And he swings. The ball gets by Graham. The runner advances and takes a circle around third. All right. I guess that first foul ball was a dead ball.
Could be.
Maybe they did not have that ball in play.
Could be. Well, controversy a little bit. It's all right.
The 2-2. And Loveland's pitch is a little off on the outside part of the plate. Full count. The 3-2. And that's way upstairs, and Graham can't bring that down. And a walk. So we got 2 on, 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And here comes J.J. Swinkowski. A lot of familiar names in these games, obviously.
Yeah, some of the finest, best and brightest. Just some a few years removed from the local high school scene, and others still finishing up.
Loveland from the set. And that one's over for a called strike, I think. I don't know. Foul balls are no longer strikes. Is that a new rule?
It could be. At least maybe every league has some, quirky rules.
That guy struck out. I'm noting that in my book. That ball's fouled back as the runner was off on the play. Although nobody else seemed to think there was like.
They're like, nah, we're good with it. Stay in there.
Either they might have been a dead ball call that I missed. Maybe, I don't know. Can you run that back? Go back to the foul ball down the first base side.
Yeah, I think I could, actually.
Here's the pitch. Runner's off. Graham's throw through. And in there for the stolen base is Hickson. Nice throw by Graham, just a little off. So it's second and third with just 1 down. The dangerous Swinkowski at the plate. A little pitch up. Good throw through, just a little off the bag. I don't know if a good throw would have had. A perfect throw would have had. It wasn't a bad throw.
Nah, good jump.
The 1-2. Ooh, he fooled him and the ump. Here's the 2-2. Down and away. Full count. Klemick on third, who singled, and Hickson walked. He's on second. Here's Swinkowski, the right-handed swinger, the pitch. And that one is inside, ball 4, and we're bases loaded with Cardinals here in the first.
Yeah, this Cardinal lineup, not one that you want to have this situation, especially early on in the game. You got a little bit more experience on the Northfield roster versus Galloway. And so for Loveland, this is going to be a very good test for the Mays Landing native.
And here's C.J. Brown, the Cardinals catcher. That's Stockton.
Brown
at Mainland.
Had himself a nice game the other night, came up with a couple nice clutch hits. Heck of a job behind the dish.
Off-speed pitch outside, 2-0 to C.J. Brown, the number 5 hitter in this Cardinals lineup. Loveland. Fastball crushed out to left field. In on it is Schreth, and he can't come up with it. It falls in front, then he loses the handle, but only one run comes back because the runners kind of had a tag there that looked like it might have been caught. And the first run of the evening is across on an RBI single there by C.J. Brown.
Second base, Brett Ewing.
I just said it. C.J. Brown came up with a big shot just the other night, and a tough one as the Cardinals. Michael Dodd threw the unconventional no-hitter. We'll talk a little bit about that because I think there was a bit of debate if it should have been a no-hitter in the book.
Brett Ewing. And he hits one out to center field. Master is under it. And Ryan Master corrals, coming home from third to score. Tagging up is Hickson. And the runners all advance as the throw goes over the cutoff man, Steve Myers, and a couple of base runners moving up as well. But another run comes across, and it is now 2-0. So Ewing
C.J. Wallowich.
with a sac fly brings home another run. Second out of the inning. C.J. Wallowich comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Wallowich. Jefferson University. Playing first base for Northfield. Has a couple of RBI opportunities here with runners on second and third and 2 outs here in the first. 2 runs already across. And the pitch. Outside. A lot of off-speed stuff here from Loveland.
Yeah, he's doing his best to mix it up. I mean, he knows some of these guys are dead red fastball hitters, and he's mixing it up, trying to stay in there. Reality is, can't give these guys with experience, especially at the collegiate level, extra outs.
Fist it towards short. Munez. Fields over to first. Myers with the catch. And that'll do it here in the first inning, but not before 2 runs come home for the Cardinals. They lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. As you saw, a good pitch here by Loveland. He was able to kind of get it in.
And that was the RBI deep sac fly. So I threw you a curveball.
Yes,
Mike
you
Gill.
did.
And that'll end the frame. We'll be back from Birch Grove Park. You're watching BFA's coverage of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League.
Two runs across for Northfield in the top half of the first inning. They are the road team here at Birch Grove tonight. Galloway, dressed in red, will be at home, and they will come to the plate with this lineup. Ryan Master leading off playing center. James Mancini, the DH, hits second. Sammy Munez is the shortstop, hits third. Steve Myers, the first baseman, hits fourth. Anthony Crunk in right, hit fifth. Faraz Seth in left field hits sixth. Graham, the catcher, hits seventh. John McCall, the third baseman, hits eighth. Frank Gargione is at second, hitting ninth. And Chris Seth is the extra hitter. He is in the 10-hole tonight for Galloway. They will face Brandon Riggs, the right-hander. And his battery mate behind the plate today is C.J. Brown. We'll give you the defensive setup alignment for Northfield in just a second. As Ryan Master, the senior from Atlantic High, steps to the plate. Had a great season for the Vikings.
Center fielder, Ryan Master.
He is also a former player of mine.
You got quite the stable, former players.
I sure do.
Kind of makes you old.
C.J. Brown is a former player of mine. It kind of makes me old. Fastball over for a called strike. There's a lot of guys actually tonight in this game. Not a lot, but a couple.
Yeah.
Off-speed pitch. Ooh, Brown was ready to snap that down to third.
Oh, boy.
No help there from Dave Powell. Nah. Although we did find out there was a balk call. That's why the foul ball was not counted as a strike. And that ball is hit to right field. And making the catch is Hickson right before the line. Nice play by the right fielder Hickson. And there's one away.
Yeah, nice job by the St. Augustine Hermit alum and the Hermits with a comeback walk-off win over Red Bank to
Fifth in a row.
Advance to the non-public A state championship. And it was a absolute wild one. Talk a little bit about that.
James Mancini, DH, is 1-0. James Mancini, DHing tonight. And the pitch is fouled back and out of play. 1-1, Brandon Riggs. Another name that a lot of people in this area have heard. He's at Penn State Harrisburg, EHT. All-speed offering over for a called strike. Ball and 2 strikes now to Mancini. The 1-2. Low. Ball 2, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Beat down the third baseline, foul and out of play. Riggs pitch. A little low, full count. Riggs with the 3-2. Fastball fouled back off the screen, and the count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A little chilly out here on this June evening.
Yeah.
Compared to what we've had the last couple of nights.
Went from like 93 degrees 2 days ago to now this.
The 3-2 pitch from Riggs. And that ball's beaten foul towards the third base dugout. Count remains full. Munez on deck. And the dangerous Steve Myers in the hole. Steve Myers over 100 hits in high school at Atlantic High. Riggs pitch. Lofted into center field, coming up on it and getting out there to make the catch. Nice play by the second baseman, Brett Ewing.
Yeah, Ewing was – he might have set a league record, and I know it's a new league, but the other night he must have made at least, no lie, 10 putouts.
Yeah, Ewing can play still, man. He's
getting it done. Here is the Galloway native and Absegami alum, Sammy Muniz.
Playing shortstop tonight.
So you said you had former players. He's one of mine.
How about that?
That's it. Sammy with the big arm, known for his pitching. And he can certainly hit the ball a country mile. No surprise, he is in the cleanup spot. Third spot, that was.
Ground ball towards third. Picked up across the diamond. And there we go. 1-2-3 inning. Nice play over there by Swenkowski. Makes it look easy. 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the first. We head to the second. It's 2-0 Northfield here on BFA Sports. All right, back here on BFA Sports. Northfield coming to bat here in the top of the second inning. They put 2 runs on the board with this lineup. Justin Klimek in center field, Demetrius Johnson. Ethan Hickson hitting third, J.J. Swankowski in the 4-hole. C.J. Brown hits 5th. Brett Ewing hits 6th. C.J. Wallowich hits 7th. Hunter Barberi, who will lead off this inning, is the DH tonight. Tommy Burns is the shortstop, and Luke McCarthy, the extra hitter, for Brandon Rings, the pitcher. They will face Connor Loveland, who is in his second inning of work here for the Mustangs, who throw this defense. John McCall at third base, Sammy Munez at short. Frank Gargione is the second baseman, and Steve Myers is over at first. In left, Raj Seth, Ryan Master in center, and Anthony Crunk is in right. Connor Loveland and Larry Graham are your battery tonight for Galloway, who comes in with a record of 0-3, and Northfield 5-2 on this young South Jersey South Shore League season.
Yeah, and Connor Loveland had his work cut out for him in the first inning, all things considered. I thought he worked his way out of a jam pretty good, all things considered. It's just one of those dynamics where you ran into the defense, gave these guys a few extra at-bats, and they made them pay for it.
Pat McCarthy, one of the coaches of this Northfield team, a great human being. I don't throw that out to too many people there, Doug.
Well, anybody that would actually survive coaching with you in Arkansas has
he didn't coach with me. His son played for me.
Even if he survived with you.
Played for me as well.
Yeah, he might.
We had a nice – you can ask McCarthy about the evening of frog legs we had.
Oh, man, I'll pass. I'll take my Wawa soft pretzel that's over here instead.
Hunter Barberi leading things off here. He is at Rowan University. And that one's over for a called strike. Yeah, his son is hitting in the 10-hole tonight. Luke McCarthy, another great kid. Northfield, mainland. And that pitch is a little in. Ball and 2 strikes to Hunter Barberi. He is the designated hitter for Northfield. Ball's fouled. See, I like that pitch there by Loveland. 1-2, get the eye level up, see if he breaks off a little something right here.
In this situation, you want to keep the leadoff runner back in the dugout. No place for him. Put that out on the board. Help work ahead.
Little wrinkle there, foul down the third base side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Loveland's not going to overpower you with the fastball here. So he's really got to change the eye level, keep guys off balance. The 1-2. Up and away. 2-2. You were just talking to Frank Gargione. Now, I will be facing Frank Gargione in a chess match on Tuesday night as he coaches the Galloway Babe Ruth team. We've faced them in the playoffs.
All right.
Over for a called strike 3. Barberi didn't like it. It was a little up and away. Check this out here. Yeah, it looked a little off the plate. If I'm pitching, I like that call. If I'm hitting, not so much.
Tommy Burns.
I pitch, so I like it. Tommy Burns, a shortstop. Up at Cumberland. First pitch swinging, fouled.
Tommy Burns made some magic happen on the bases the other night. Ended up scoring what would be one of the game difference makers. You know, we talked about that. So Mike Dodd throws a no-hitter. They win 3-2. So it's like one of those trivia questions. How did that happen, you might ask? So I'm going to tell you.
Ball hit towards third. And 2 away. Quickly here in the serve. John McCall makes a nice play.
Yeah, there's a good look at John McCall. His following in his dad's footsteps. Absegami standout, and McCall is over at Cedar Creek, but nonetheless part of the Greater Egg Harbor Regional School District over there, but one of the notable up-and-comers in Cape Atlantic.
And there's Luke McCarthy, the Northfield extra hitter. Can't believe how big Luke is nowadays. Wow. I had him as a young 13-year-old. He was not quite this big. I mean, he's grown a lot. His dad's a big guy, though. Little wrinkle there from Loveland, just off the plate. McCarthy in the 10 hole. Leadoff man Justin Clemick wakes on deck. 2-0 Northfield here.
Got a little K-zone for you there, Mike Gill. What do you think?
That guy didn't agree with it. Called strike, just a little on the outside part of the plate.
Something we've been working on at BFA, so we're piloting it. It's not an exact science there, but
All-speed pitch off the plate. Ball 4. McCarthy with a 2-out walk here in the second. Going to bring things back up to Clemick, the top of the order, who singled and scored in the first.
We're going to stick with this situation. We do a little bit of BFA side-by-side run cam here.
Ball's hit back up the middle, base hit, finds a little hole, and it's runners at first and second now with 2 down here as Clemick is on base for the second time today. Moving up to second base is McCarthy, and now Demetrius Johnson, who flew out to second base. His first time up comes to the plate here in an RBI situation. Already 2 runs across in the game. For Northfield, chance to tack on some more here in the top of the second. Loveland starts him off with an off-speed pitch.
The autumn wind sailing in like a pirate. Even though it's June. Getting all ready for football season because the autumn wind
It feels
is
like
a raider.
It feels like it. Fastball a little away and down. You know, it's funny. I was just at home before I came to the game tonight. I was mapping out the summer, and I was like, the summer's over already. I mean, I literally feel like something planned every single weekend. I was like, this summer's I got something planned every weekend.
Busy guy, man. Socialite that you are.
Jeez. Off-speed pitch, Graham can't snag it, and up the runners advance. So now all of a sudden you got a walk with 2 outs. He's on third now, McCarthy, a pass ball. He gets over to third. Clemick is up to second, and Johnson has a chance to knock in 2 more for Northfield.
These are situations that Galloway has to try to avoid. You got 2 outs. Got to keep this guy off of the base paths here and keep that RBI off the board.
Upstairs, and he draws a walk. So the 3-0 is up, and now you're going to have to deal with the left-handed swinging Hickson here, who walked and scored back in the first. Bates is loaded, 2 outs, a chance to really open this game up early for Northfield. They're going to take a little walk to the mound here and try to
Mark de Blasio.
Yeah, this is a big spot in the game, by the way, because, I mean, a base hit here, you're all of a sudden down 4-0, possibly more. You got to try to keep it right here.
Yeah, you gotta give credit. He looks like a consultant tonight, de Blasio. You know, no uniform, doesn't need it, just wearing his Absagami T-shirt.
That's a name that I feel like that's been in Absagami since Moses wore short pants.
Him and his brother. So it's funny. I grew up in the de Blasio household. So his brother Paul, one of my very good childhood friends, we balled out together.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Mark forced Paul to become a left-handed pitcher when he was 7 years old. So he forced his little brother because he said, you'll go farther if you're a left-handed. And he ended up being an unbelievable left-handed pitcher.
I have faced Paul de Blasio many of times, the lefty.
Yeah.
I feel like, and that ball is skied towards right field. Cronk under it and makes the catch. And that'll do it for Northfield here in the top half of the second inning. No runs, 3 left on base as we head to the bottom of the second. Northfield 2, Galloway nothing. BFA Sports. All right, Steve Myers leads off for Galloway. Myers, 100 hits in his high school career at Atlantic City, a Margate resident. His father is my assistant coach for the last 7-8 years. He's in the crowd right over there. Steve Myers was a member of the first Atlantic Shore team that went to a World Series.
Did not know
and
that.
I can honestly tell you, if it wasn't for him, we would not have been there. I mean, the man literally put the whole team on his back, and I think he had about 10 RBIs over 2 days in the regionals.
That is getting it done.
Fouls another pitch off. Yeah, this man, all he does is hit. He's a hitter. His father throws all my batting practice. I don't know how he does it. His arm must hurt every single day because I'm just like, I need to throw 748 balls tonight. And do it again tomorrow while you're at it. 2-2. Grounded foul. Myers.
Saving you from getting attacked by some insect that I'm not really quite sure what it was.
The 2-2 from Riggs. And a nice off-speed pitch. Gets away from Brown, who comes up, throws to first, and he pulled him off the bag, says first base umpire Jimmy Conover. So Myers strikes out, but hustles his way to first base. Let's see how this one unfolded there. You see Myers kind of lose it. C.J. Brown's throw, and he pulled off the bag. Did he come back in time?
We could replay it again. I could slow it down frame by frame if you want, Mike, but only for you.
That's a KE2. And that one hit Anthony Crunk. So Myers heads to second. And Crunk now, so 2 on. And nobody out. Yeah, it was a tough one. I mean, his foot definitely popped up off the bag, but did he come? Because the way that Jimmy Conover indicated was that he came off the bag. I don't know that he came off the bag as much as he came up and then came back down.
All right, well, here, for you.
This isn't for me. This is for the people.
I got to back it up a little
bit.
I'll get it. Stand by. I'll cue it up for you.
Here's Seth. Shows bunt. Gets the Cardinal defense moving. Wallowich coming in real quick to talk things over with Riggs, excuse me. Two on, nobody out. Galloway. Seth shows bunt, and it's low and in. 2-0. There's a spot here where Galloway trying to move these runners up. Get themselves in 2 runners in scoring position. Chance to tie this game up with Larry Graham, the catcher, waiting on deck. And this one is bunted up the first base side. Fielded by Wallowich, and he goes to first base. That one might have bounced out into foul territory, but he decided to take the out, and they moved the 2 runners up.
Well, it's effective one way or the other. That's what he was looking to do, advance both runners. Nothing wrong with that. Put it behind us.
So the bunt, and Graham hits one, and it tugs the line fair. 1 run comes around. He scores. Here's Myers, scores the first run, and Cronk comes around to score, and we are tied at 2 on an RBI double by Larry Graham.
And here's a look at the replay. Gets a hold of that one, and nice piece of hitting as it chalks its way into the corner. And that is just what the doctor ordered. So Galloway answering the bell.
So the 2 RBI double there for Graham, and we're tied up at 2-2
Base, John McCall.
here in the second. And that brings up John McCall, the Mustangs' third baseman. That pitch is over for a called strike. 0-1. Graham on second after the double. Outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Down and away. 2-1. Brandon Riggs, the starting pitcher for Northfield. Ball is hit the right side. Ewing lays out. He can't come up with it. And it's going to be another run for Galloway. The plate. The throw is late and sliding in safe. Another run for Galloway here, and they lead it 3-2.
What an outstanding effort. Tried to lay out for that one. Might have caught it here on the slow-mo replay. It happened so quick, though. The thing might have been out of focus. Look at this. Oh, just got by him. Nice piece of hitting there by McCall, and puts the Galloway crew ahead 3-2 in this one.
Here's Gargione. Up and in, ball one.
You know, growing up in Galloway, it's kind of like a reunion tour as I watch some of the guys on this roster. I mean, I got de Blasio, I got McCall, I got Gargione. These are all guys that growing up I'd had the opportunity to play with. So it's pretty cool.
That's it. You know, we talk about this baseball community. I said Tuesday night, I'm going to be coaching against Frank, who's coaching his son in this game here. You know, it's like, hey, Frank, I said, take it easy on me Tuesday night. He's the 2 seed. I'm the 7.
I can remember taking hacks at John McCall's cage, Swing Kids.
Yeah.
We had that out there in Egg Harbor City. He was like one of the pioneers of like an indoor training facility.
That's right. Pitch from Riggs. Down and in. 2-2.
Try to catch McCall sleeping.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Riggs. And that ball is hit into center field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. So another base hit for Galloway. McCall moves up to second. Gargione over at first. There's just one away here in the second inning, and that's going to bring up the 10-hole hitter, Chris Seth.
Don't look now. The Mustangs are stampeding their way from behind, and now they're out in front. All right, we'll see if we can get a gander at the bullpen down there on the first base side.
Looks like there's a little bullpen action for Northfield already.
Yeah, we'll stay with that. Now come after this pitch.
Fouled back and off the screen. Ball
There you
one.
go, Mike Gill, in the bullpen it is.
Ben Brott warming up for Northfield. Ben Brott pitched for me.
Hey, nice catch there by
That's the only
Josh.
reason why I recognized the man. I don't have a number or nothing, but Ben Brott I knew instantaneously.
All right, we'll roll with that.
Pitched us to a regional one year. It was maybe the worst town I've ever been to for a regional.
Get it named the town?
Great town. It just didn't have a lot going on. Let's say that. I don't
okay.
want to call them out like that. Swing and a miss? No, it was so weird. We were in Queensbury, New York, and I like that area. It's right around Albany.
Right.
They had the infield dirt. They have this field slate, and it's slate dust. It's called slate something. It's gray. The field was gray. The dirt was like a grayish color, and every day you'd come home with gray soot all over you. And the dugouts were the weirdest dugouts. I've never seen anything like these. I can't even describe them. I'll try to draw them and show you, but it was the most bizarre field I'd ever played at. Very hot. I can tell you that. That's what I remember. Not much else. Pitch is up. I do remember Ben Barott pitching very well, though. He could throw, man.
Well, if you can remember the pitcher as much as the field, why not go with it? So Chris Sheth did an unbelievable job. Kept Absegami, the 16 seed in Group 3 competition. They had Mainland up against the wall. He was the pitcher of record on the mound.
And he grounds to third. Swinkowski over to first and makes the play. 2 away here in the second.
Again,
Runners advance.
Galloway being productive. Put the ball in play, move guys around the bases, work 90 feet at a time. And Chef, talked to him a bit before the game, and he was pretty excited to be in the lineup because he's a P over there for DeChico at Absegami. So he said, hey, I'm going to get a chance to swing the bat tonight.
Here's Master, the leadoff hitter. Flew out to right field to start things off in this game for Galloway. Pitch is over for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Ryan Master just finished off his senior season. He missed a couple of years. He had the COVID. He had an ACL injury. So he really didn't get a whole heck of a lot of opportunities to play high school baseball. He just signed on to play at ACCC.
ACCC, Rod Velarde's program over there really picked it up. Came out of the gate, won 8 straight to start the season, and then they made it all the way into Region 19, into the Final 4 of the tournament. So things are certainly on the rise for the Buccaneers.
Swing and a miss from Master.
So speaking of Mainland, we'll be covering the Group 3 South Jersey Championship game tomorrow versus Ocean City. That'll be right here on BFA Live Sports. And yours truly, me. I'll be calling the game tomorrow. And you'll be holding the fort down at the Sports Bash on 97.3 ESPN. So maybe
some of us have to work for a living.
Some.
That ball is on the outside part of the plate. Master swing and a miss. And that'll do it here in the second, but not before. The Mustangs pile 3 on. They lead it 3-2. We head to the top of the third on BFA Sports. Back here at Birch Grove Park in Northfield as Galloway leads Northfield 3-2 here in the third inning, thanks to Bunting Family Pharmacy.
They bring the pharmacy home to you. Joe Bunting and his family, also sponsors of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League, and Joe in the dugout managing the crew.
And part of his crew is J.J. Swinkowski, who leads things off here. And he hit him. So you get the lead, and then you put the leadoff runner on. Not a good recipe there.
Yeah, no, probably.
C.J. Brown.
And C.J. Brown, the catcher, singled his first time up with an RBI. Loveland's pitch, a little off the plate, off-speed pitch. A lot of off-speed here from Loveland, trying to keep this dangerous Northfield lineup off balance. Good lead over at first. And the pitch is over for a called strike, 1-1.
This is where if you're Northfield, you got to put a little bit of pressure on this Galloway defense, so I wouldn't mind seeing him try to steal a base here.
Down and away. Graham, good job keeping that in front.
Real good secondary lead. I just got a hunch.
Loveland pitches off the plate away.
Deked him out a bit. Looked like he was going to try to pivot the hips and go.
3 balls and 1 strike to C.J. Brown. A pitch from Loveland. And a little off the plate and away. And he has hit and now walked the first 2 hitters after his team gives him a 3-run lead.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see if pitching coach Mark de Blasio decides to
Well, he's on the phone over there. That's not going to happen.
Well, maybe he's calling the AT&T call to the bullpen. Is there anybody in the bullpen out there?
We do have
Galloway?
some bullpen action in Galloway.
All right, we'll see if we can get a shot of it here between pitches from our first base side.
Brett Ewing going to lay down a bunt up the third base side, and it goes foul. Brett Ewing.
So you can see a couple ducks on the pond, and
the left-hander.
Nice look at the bullpen there. Going to bring in the salty. If we only had a roster with numbers on it, Mike.
That would be nice.
I thought you were like clairvoyant. You just knew all this information.
Could be Michael de Blasio.
Could be.
Or actually, it looks like it could be Van Patten down there.
Golly.
That ball is skied to left. And it is gone into the batting cage in left field. And Northfield makes him pay for the hit batsman in the walk. And just like that, it's 5-3.
Yep, we're going to take a look at this one on the BFA replay. He got a hold of this. Watch it fly.
First base.
Absolutely smokes the ball off the bat. Nothing that Sjssbl can do but to go back to the batting cages. And they just got another ball deposited on the top of that one.
So a 3-run homer for Ewing to give Northfield a 5-3 lead. So Galloway was down 2-0. They took a 3-2 lead, then a hit batsman, then a walk, and then a 3-run homer just like that. And that's going to do it for Connor Loveland. His day is done here in Northfield tonight. And a call to the bullpen for Galloway.
Yeah, I mean, left-handed pitcher has the flow going. We believe it is de Blasio. We'll get confirmation on that one.
So some bullpen, a pitching change in.
Here comes our buddy Frank Gargione. Oh, he just got he might make his way over here, and if that's the case, we'll be able to. And that's a confirmation. It is de Blasio.
Go Michael de Blasio, Apsagami into the game, the left-hander.
Tough spot to be in, except the bases are now clear. So he's just got to try to keep this lineup at bay and let the Mustang bats get back into it. They did a nice job of responding to a bit of adversity, finding themselves down early, but the roster with a lot of youth.
Yeah, and they're missing some key, bats. We mentioned that Holy Spirit had a game today, and a lot of the guys, Ryan Spina is a guy that would obviously help this lineup out. Now, they scored a couple of runs. so far. But, Van Patten's a guy who could throw for them as well, not here.
Yeah.
Once the high school season comes to a close, you're going to see a lot of influx of pitching, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Guys who can't pitch until their seasons are done. And now you still have Ocean City, you still have Mainland, you have St. Augustine, you have Holy Spirit kids that are all still playing in their high school games.
Speaking of St. Augustine, so they were down 1 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs. Josiah Ragsdale hits a ground ball, reaches on an error to second base. He steals second, no throw. Steals third, no throw. Ryan Taylor, the leadoff hitter, is up. It's an 0-2 count. Ragsdale breaks for home. Pitcher panics, skies one over the catcher's head. They tie the game. Come back into the bottom of the 8th. Intentionally walk a batter to get to Kyle Neareye. Neareye puts one off the fence, and the Hermits advance to the state championship game.
Both games were pretty close today, huh?
Yeah, Spartans representing the Cape Atlantic. So depending upon how some of the things play out tomorrow, we know Group 3 you're going to have another Cape Atlantic team that makes it to the state finals. Get Mainland against Ocean City.
Wallowich. Skies one high. Out of play. Down the first base side. Off the Northfield All Sports building there. I don't know if they still call it that. That's what it was when we were young, Northfield All Sports.
I was hoping the concession building is what they were going to call it. It was still going to be open.
When that pitch is up, the concession stands only are on the Little League fields or facing the young kids, as if the older kids never have anybody come out and watch them. You ever notice that? They don't put concession stands on the fields for the old kids. Once you're 13, you're no longer cared about.
I will tell you, though, in East Vineland, they built a brand new press box, senior league field, concession stand underneath. It's not a true concession stand. It's just a spot that you could serve drinks.
Summers Point has a nice one.
Yeah.
They're one of the few that has a concession stand on the big field. The 2-1, up and away.
That's Brian Hartley. Also runs the Playland Castaway Cove over there in Ocean City.
They have a great bunch of volunteers and people that really have built that facility up to where it is now. Very nice. Sky to right. Kronk in on it, and after a little adventure with the hat, he makes the grab.
Speaking of Summers Point, tomorrow night we're going to see your boy Sully Boy as the captains of Summers Point take on Egg Harbor Township at an EHT. So a little Friday night light action.
Wow, where's that game?
In Egg Harbor Township. You want to make that one?
Sixers game, sorry.
Oh, here we go.
I will not be there tomorrow night.
We could put the Sixers game on the monitor
Thanks
for
for
you.
the offer.
I'll tell Sully. Hey, Sully. This is what Mike Gill said. Ooh.
Dancing in the box there by Barberi, who struck out, and he was hit, actually. That one did catch his foot.
He seems pissed about it. Not that he got hit, but that he's not getting at bat.
That's the second hit batter of the inning. First one by de Blasio here. Loveland started the inning off. He hit Swenkowski. He walked Brown, and then Ewing with a 3-run homer to give them a 5-3 lead in Northfield tonight. They are the visiting team, by the way. Up and away. Old Sully Boy was my right-hand man on the coaching staff for a couple seasons there. This league pulled him away from me.
Well, it was nice of you to try to repay the favor. I hear he was trying to coax you into being on the captain's coaching staff.
I told him I'd help him out, and I haven't got a text or nothing to tell me when they play or anything.
Oh.
So I'm technically on their coaching staff. I'm technically on their roster, honestly. But he has not told me when they play. In fact, he's still on my coaching list, and he's getting my text messages. Stolen base, head first slide for Barberi.
Man, you guys got to get your act together.
Right. He asked me. I said, yeah, I'll help you out. And then he never texted me. No follow-up. Come on, Sully boy.
All right. You see a nice jump here on the stolen base.
Yeah, Barberi Graham
Look at
really
the
didn't have a
wheels.
shot there.
No chance.
Nope. Two and one. Top third. This is Burns. Tommy Burns, a shortstop. Ball's ripped foul back off the backstop.
Yeah, Sully trying to recruit one of our BFA cast members here, Drew Stassick. He was looking for another catcher.
Wow.
I wonder if Drew ever texted him back.
He's got Cole Campbell. He needs another guy. Hey.
Wow.
Off-speed pitch, up and away.
I saw one of the captains in Wawa after the game the other night. Yeah, because I think, other color commentator. It's a family affair. My wife was color commentating the other night. We were in Egg Harbor Township, and one of the captains, things didn't go so well for them the other day. So looking for a little redemption in Egg Harbor Township tomorrow night.
Low pitch down in the dirt. Hit towards short. Munez throws. Not in time. That's a tough play, too. I mean, but the runner doesn't advance on the play, but give Burns a hit on that. Single. Kind of just an in-betweener. That was a pitch that was kind of out in front of the plate. He just kind of flung his hands out at it.
Yeah, see there, he just tried to get it across, but tough one. Ooh,
Looks like
square and a
McCarthy
bunt.
squaring. Kind of pokes out at that, fouls it off.
Yeah, so coming up tomorrow night, it will be the Summers Point Captains versus Egg Harbor Township, 7:30 p.m. for a start. Weather permitting, unfortunately. I gotta say that because the forecast doesn't look so great.
Over for a called strike. Runner goes to third and in there as the ball gets through and into left field. But they get it in pretty quickly, so Barberi takes off. Following him is Burns, so it's second and third with just one out, and McCarthy up.
Yeah, look at that big jump that he had there. Whoo, baby. No doubt about it.
So Summers Point is over in Ventnor tonight. That's why I couldn't have practice. Thank you very much, Sully. You screwed me twice now.
He's trying to repay. He's trying to repay the favor, pal.
My home field I could not use tonight. Down in the dirt. So the Captains are playing the Bay Sox over in Ventnor tonight. Here we are in Northfield with Galloway. And that's all the action tonight. Tomorrow night, as you mentioned, the Captains play the Eagles. The Blue Dogs playing the South Jersey Surf. And Ocean City, the Water Dogs, play this Galloway team tomorrow at Gabriel Field. Which needs grass.
It still doesn't have a grass infield?
I don't think so.
Really? Well, the reason is there's no sprinklers out there.
The game that we played in Galloway this year, I did not attend. The 2-2. Up and away. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Where was I that night that I didn't go?
Not sure.
It's like the first game I've missed ever. I think I've missed 2 games in 15 years, and that was one of them.
I'm sure your girlfriend Heidi must really appreciate that. Sure.
In my absence, we are 0-2, by the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Second and third, 1 out here. De Blasio sets. The lefty delivers. Fastball past McCarthy, strike 3, and he gets a big out there. 2 away. Now it brings up the top of the order, and here comes Klemick.
Yeah, punch-out pitch here for De Blasio. Certainly a good one.
Yeah, just a straight fastball on the inside part of the plate.
Got a lot of stingers going on. There we go.
There's another fastball by De Blasio. So he gets ahead. De Blasio came in after the home run to Ewing.
Yeah, and this is a Galloway squad looking for their first win of the season. It's an early one. I've only played 3 thus far.
Fouled off. Quickly 0-2. So this is a good spot for de Blasio, although very dangerous Jared Klimick, who is 2 for 2 today with a couple of singles and a run scored. Immaculata. The 0-2. Just inside.
Yeah, he's got that real good 3/4 delivery cutter going towards the ankles of the right-handed hitter. Tough ball to barrel.
Big hitter here. You got 2 on, 2 outs. A base hit extends this lead. And out, keeps it close and brings you up to the dish. The 2, 3, 4 hitters up for Galloway in the top of the 3rd. The 1-2 from de Blasio. Swung and missed by Klimick, and that will do it for Northfield. They leave 2 on as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 5-3 Northfield. All right, back here at Birch Grove Park in Northfield. Northfield takes a 2-run lead after a 3-run home run by Brett Ewing. As we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning here, Galloway comes up with the 2, 3, 4 hitters. There's the website. You can check out all the information and news on the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League at southjerseyssbl.com. It's got standings, rosters.
And right now it's the 5-2 Cardinals versus the 0-3 Galloway Mustangs, who are hanging in there and making this one a tough task.
Down the right field side, first baseman Wallowich lost it. Just kind of stared up and said, I can't find it.
Yeah, that kind of happens sometimes when you're dealing with lights in some of these senior league fields. The light towers aren't very tall, so once they get up over the light towers, you're trying to pick it up coming back. And sometimes you get to take advantage. So see, it was a little baseball karma with the extra pitch here.
We were practicing last night over in Margate, and there was a bank of lights. The top, like that one out there, the bottom row were on. The top ones were out.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No. Center fielder said, does this kid have a clue out there? He said, well, all the lights are out. Ground ball to 3rd. Nice play by Swankowski over first. And there is one away. So Mancini grounds to 3rd.
Yeah, nice job. Stayed right down on the baseball. Nice and clean.
Shortstop, Sam Muniz.
Sam Muniz steps to the plate. The shortstop who grounded to 3rd his first time up. One away here in the Mustangs' 3rd inning.
So Muniz, huge Baltimore Orioles fan.
Yeah. Interesting.
His family has it all covered. He's an Orioles fan. You got a Mets fan, one of his brothers.
low.
No Phillies fans, but if you are a Phillies fan, you got to like how things played out for them today.
Yeah, what a wild game that was. The 1-0. And that was over for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. To Sam Munez. Grounded towards short. Burns. A little low throw. Got him out. Just in time. Nice stretch there by Wallowich. And we have quickly 2 outs here in the third. That'll bring up Steve Myers.
And got some more action in the Cardinal bullpen.
Ben Brott loosening back up again. I would imagine he's going to see some action tonight.
First base,
It's the second time that he's been up. That one's over for a called strike. Ben Brott is at University of Sciences.
Yeah, that's a unique situation with them now merging with St. Joe's. So some of these players have some decisions about what is it they're going to do. I was told that they're honoring all the scholarships and things that go along with it, but it's a unique scenario.
The 1-1 from Riggs. Down and in on Steve Myers. Myers has been having some back spasm issues.
That's inside the pitch information right there. The BFA inside the pitch.
That one's over for a called strike. Yeah, his dad said I had to drive Steven to get back spasms looked at the other day. The 2-2. Just off the plate. Myers struck out his first time, but reached base on a throwing error. That ball is, it looked like he might have a little catcher's interference there. Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe they didn't hear that.
Maybe it was a balk. But Brandon Riggs doing a real good job today. Got himself a couple base runners, but he's worked around it.
Full count pitch, fouled and out of play. You know, knowing Myers, I would think that he would not want to reach base on a catcher's interference and decided not to really say anything because you saw him look back.
He's like, I don't really know if I need to.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Riggs in his 3rd inning of work. 2 away. And that pitch is over.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, everybody seemingly thought that was a strike 3, but the umpire, Dave Powell, did not agree. And 2-out base runner for.
Well, what do you think? What do you think? There you go.
right fielder Anthony Crump.
I would agree with the catcher.
Well, instead of going to the dugout, he's going to first base.
Cronk comes up, the left-handed swinger. That one's inside for a ball. 1-0. Myers over at first after the walk. Cronk walked and scored. He was actually hit by a pitch his last time up. Came around to score. And Cronk grounds one towards second base. Sounded like he broke his bat. And over to first.
That's
like Wallowich over to Riggs for the out.
That's some expensive firewood that he just created right there. And you are watching the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League powered by the Bunting Family Pharmacy. They bring the pharmacy home to you.
Top four here, Birch Grove Park in Northfield. De Blasio on for his first full inning of relief. He came in last inning and got 3 outs as Northfield took a 5-3 lead after a Brett Ewing 3-run homer. They'll send up Johnson, Hickson, and Swenkowski here in the fourth.
Well, did a nice job coming in. Dazzled with some pitches, big time put out and strikeouts in critical situation. And it's still 5-3. The Mustangs might trail, but going to be leaning on De Blasio to try to keep the bases clean here with an opportunity to come back and close the gap. It's just me, or some of these warm-ups between innings seem to be longer than usual tonight.
I don't know how long they are normally.
That's your first night on the broadcast here at BFA Sports for the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. And speaking of which, look, got some stat leaders, Mike. So you got batting leaders.
Yeah, there's a lot on the website. If you guys want to go check out the website, you can go through the leaders and schedules and results and kind of check out everything there. They do a great job updating everything for this league. There's Frank Gargione, 5th in the league in hitting. Ryan Master over there as well. A couple of players in tonight's game. Master 4th in the league in on-base percentage. Gargione 5th in the league in on-base percentage. And De Blasio. Inside, ball 1. By the way, Connor Loveland started 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 strikeout, 5 walks was kind of the bugaboo for him. Also hit batsman.
And the one big 3-run trot shot.
That one's over for a called strike. Yeah, the 5 walked and a hit batsman. He walked. His team gives him 3 runs in the bottom of the inning. He comes out, walks a guy, hits a guy, and then gives up a 3-run bomb. The 1-1, all-speed pitch, a little inside, 2-1.
So I got to ask, when all these high school games are going on tomorrow and you're on the air, you got a big day ahead of you. I mean, how are you going to do this? You going to pay attention to what's going on with some of the high school scene?
Oh, yeah, I have a, up and away, I have a thing that attaches to something in front of me that brings a screen up that I can watch games. I do that often.
Nice.
Yeah, a little monitor in front of me off to the side that I can watch the game. Can't hear it, but
yeah,
keep my eye on it. Ball's fouled, backing out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't want to walk the leadoff man down. 2 runs here. Johnson, he has walked and flew out.
Got to give a shout out to the city of Northfield. It's a nice looking field. Look at that. It's a great
brand
shape.
new infield, by the way. They just put this infield in.
Whew, it is beautiful. Shot high above the third base, giving you a look-see.
They used to have the path, and that one's upstairs, ball 4, so a lead-off walk. They used to have the path from the mound to the plate.
Oh, the dirt cutout?
Yeah.
Like the Chase Field out in Arizona?
Yeah.
That's hard to maintain. It is hard to maintain. We used to have that at Dunrate Field, also known as Morey Field, out in Vineland, and we finally had to make the cut as wide as one of those cocoa mats because otherwise it was a nightmare to try to keep up with.
They're over to first, got away from Myers, sliding back in, though, Johnson, and Johnson's kind of just like.
I think he might have got hit with the ball. Tommy Burns, the quasi first base coach as well, and now manager Joe Bunting out there making sure he's good to go.
The thing I like about the dirt, if you hit batting practice on your field and you're throwing BP from the grass, you're constantly ruining your grass because you're throwing from halfway. We have that problem a lot on our field, and the field guy is always yelling at us because, stop throwing from there. Well, where do you want us to throw from?
60 feet 6 inches. Come on, you're Mike Gill. You're a pitching legend. You should be able to throw a BP from 60 feet.
I don't throw any BP. I can't throw BP, period. The left-handed swinger, Hickson at the plate.
You know, it just dawned on me that the Cardinals unis look like they are a what's the word I'm looking for? Not an honor, testament maybe,
Homage
to the University of Arizona Wildcats, which I believe
red, white, and blue. There's a lot of teams that use that decor, but
no,
sure.
that there's a Wildcat looking uniform. University of Arizona, Joe Bunting showing his fandom.
Well, he created the team. Why didn't he just call them the Wildcats?
Because it's tradition.
Fastball, off-speed pitch, swung and a miss. And the throw, I think that hit him right in the head.
I think it did too. I think McCall lost it in the light.
New shortstop, by the way, for Galloway.
Defensive change there. Just a bit high. I don't know how he let off that one.
Moving up to third is Johnson. Kind of got away from him there, I would imagine. Yeah, a couple defensive changes. So McCall is over at short now, replacing Munez.
He might be over at second now.
Well, McCall was playing third, so there's a new third baseman as well. Swing and a miss. Down swinging. So a strikeout there for de Blasio, first out of the inning.
Yeah, de Blasio continuing to keep them off balance.
Here comes Swinkowski. Hit by a pitch and walked so far in this game. Reached base twice. Scored a run on that 3-run homer by Ewing. Pitch is hit down the right side and just foul.
So I figured out that noise, by the way. That was creeping into the headset for you.
Mm-hmm.
Notice it's gone.
Yep. I was paying attention to all that. He moved it over there, the receiver.
Yeah.
The 0-1, upstairs and away.
I figured it out because I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Is there one near here?
Yeah, sure. I think on Tilton Road over in Northfield, not far from your studios, isn't there? Isn't a Holiday Inn Express right next to the diner, Shore Diner? Or no, that's a Hampton Inn.
Used to be a Days Inn. Way up and away. 2-1. Top four, Northfield 5-3 over Galloway. De Blasio with the 2-1 pitch, downstairs and in. 3-1, runner on third base is Johnson. C.J. Brown on deck.
So just got some fresh picks in from the Spartans. Big victory over Gloucester Catholic. Let's see if I can get them up on the broadcast for you.
Ball's hit to right center field, base hit, and a run comes home to score. It's now 6-3 as Johnson crosses the plate on an RBI single by Swinkowski.
Yeah, he's fired up.
C.J. Brown.
Celebrating over there at the corner. Yeah, so you now have Myers at first.
Myers has been playing first. It's the shortstop and third baseman who are definitively changed.
I think it's Muniz now over at second.
Here's Brown. Ball's hit to right field. Kronk up on it. He missed it. Master backing up nicely, throws into second. So Kronk came up on it, and it looked like he just kind of mistimed it.
second base, Brett Ewing.
Well, they keep taking advantage of some of these extra miscues that are happening defensively, and that makes it tough. I keep talking about the youth of this Galloway team. It's tough to dig out of a hole.
Now Ewing in this situation last time hit a 3-run homer. This pitch is up and away.
Yeah, De Blasio just got to settle down just a little bit. He's kind of overthrown right now, trying to take out his disdain.
Brett Ewing at Gloucester County Community College, one of the better programs at that level.
Some words of advice from the manager.
Junior Mejia, one of my former players.
He
won a national championship as well at the University of Tampa.
That's where both my sons go.
How about that?
There's
one of the best players in the history of that program right there.
Kevin Bacon, 6 degrees of separation, and there's some action in the bullpen. I believe that's Chris Sheth. Mike, Chris Sheth, now part of the BFA Sports team.
I heard that. Foul ball backing out of play by Brett Ewing. So what's his talent?
It's a very talented cinematographer.
Oh, yeah?
That's what we call it. So it's good with the camera, good with the video, and a lot of edits coming your way from some of our work and video highlights, player college recruitment videos. He's going to do it all. Very talented dude, both on and off the field.
Ground ball towards first. Myers going to take it himself, flips, and makes the play at first, gets the out over there, but not before another run comes across. As Swinkowski comes around to score, and Brown moves over to third. It's going to be 3-1 on the putout at first base. So Ewing gets the job done, second out of the inning. So another RBI there for Brett Ewing. A run scored for Swinkowski. They now lead at 7-3 here in the fourth. Wallowich steps to the plate now. Inside, ball one. I was talking to Sully about this, and he said to me, there's like 3 or 4 games a week. He said, that's a lot of pitching I need to fill. And, early in this season with the high school kids not really available, you got to get a lot of innings filled in these games. So the teams that have the depth at pitching getting off to these good starts.
And the cavalry is coming. We've talked about it before. Once you get the depth around the pitching, it could change the landscape pretty quickly.
Right, you look at the standings now, but don't take them as gospel because a lot of these teams are really not at full capacity where they hope to be, probably next week at this time when the high school seasons are all done.
And you had mentioned it earlier, still a lot of programs and a lot of players in this league that are still alive. So Mainland versus Ocean City tomorrow, all live. Holy Spirit just advanced. St. Augustine just advanced. That's 4 very marquee teams with deep pitching on both squads. Or all the squads, I should say.
Fouled backing out of play from Wallowich. Yeah, we mentioned this Galloway team. Ryan Spina's a kid who would help this lineup out. Obviously, Van Patten's an arm that would help this help this pitching staff out. So there's just 2 key guys right there that they're kind of missing. Jack Perry is at Ocean City. He's another guy, very good defensive player. Ball slipped to right field, and a base hit. Another run comes around to score, and the ball gets by Kronk in right field, and rounding first, heading to second. He'll advance for kind of a single and an error in right field is Wallowich, and it is now 8-3 in favor of Northfield.
And we spoke prior to the game. We looked at these lineups. We know that some of the players are defensively playing out of position. It's just because of the circumstance, knowing that some guys aren't here who are on the roster, you try to make do and get by.
Pitch is down and in. Ball one. Here's Hunter Barberi. Designated hitter. Hit by a pitch and struck out. Blasio's pitch is up and away. Two and 0. And that pitch is up, and Graham can't bring it in, and the runners are going to advance. Excuse me, the runner, Wallowich, heads from second to third. Barberi's playing at Rowan. And you mentioned, too, the veteran nature of Northfield as opposed to a very young Galloway team. One's over for a called strike. Good fastball there. I see Juan Mejia on the Northfield roster. Junior Mejia is leading the Galloway roster. Ball's fouled off the right side. I guess Junior is deciding that's it for him, no longer playing, because he was a heck of a player. Up until recently, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
I mean, you're playing at University of Tampa. You're playing.
National champions last year, I think it was.
Yeah, he won a national championship while he was there. Ball hit the center field. Master in on it and makes the grab. And that'll do it here in the fourth. Not before 3 more runs come across. It's 8-3 Northfield. All right, back here at Birch Grove Park in Northfield. Northfield leads Galloway 8-3. There you see up on the screen the Holy Spirit Spartans, a winner today as they picked up a non-public B championship. There's the crew. Spartans, big winners.
Yeah, photo courtesy of Lisa Eggery, mother of CJ, a member of the Absecon Outlaws here in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. So Coach Steve Normain certainly fired up, and the Galloway Mustangs kind of bittersweet because that means that Van Patten is not going to be pitching for them for at least another week.
Yeah, no Spina in the lineup, no Van Patten on the mound. But on the mound now for Northfield, former mainland pitcher Ben Brott, who enters the game in relief of Riggs, who pitched 3 innings, 1 strikeout, a walk, 2 hits, and 3 runs, and Brott in on relief here now for Northfield.
It took a lot of heat, Mike, for not broadcasting that Gloucester Catholic Holy Spirit game. But some of the challenges with our broadcast is Gloucester Catholic doesn't have a center field fence. They just have a giant playground that's like 400 and some odd feet away, but technically that playground is in play. People don't realize that part of the ground rules.
Well, and, you know, it's funny. I was just having this conversation today, and, you know, basically no one has ever done baseball around here before. You've never seen games like this, so it's something new, and a lot of the fields are not really equipped to have broadcast here.
Oh, we've done some things. Luckily, we got a part-time stuntman who also handle our cameras. So, like tonight, you got Charles Hope and Josh Davidson. Charles Hope literally could probably reach out and take the bat from the battery, so close.
Brott pitched downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, see, they used to have on this thing right here, there was steps that went up and a little platform that you can kind of be up elevated a little bit. I guess they decided that to take that down. I always liked it. It was a good spot for like keeping score or doing what we're doing or doing what Mr. Brown over there is doing. PAing. Yeah. Running the scoreboard.
So speaking of big-time pitchers, who do you think is going to be pitching tomorrow in that matchup, Ocean City and Mainland?
I would imagine Mainland will go with Mark Elliott, and I would imagine Ocean City would go with
Matt Noonan.
Couple lefties on the mound.
Southpaw.
We know Petty's burned, by the way, and so is Tommy Finnegan.
Yeah.
Or you can, I guess Brady might be available. Forgot about that. Pitches on the outside part of the plate. Ball 4, so a leadoff walk here. You get a couple runs. This is exactly what happened. To give a couple of runs. You know, Galloway led this game 3-2, and then the leadoff walk. Yeah, I think Gannon Brady would probably be available. Either him or Finnegan. One of them pitched the last game. One of them pitched. I think Brady pitched the first game, and Finnegan pitched the second game.
Yeah.
So now it would probably go back to Brady, but they also have Noonan. McCarron came in relief the last game and got the win. That game went extra innings.
Yeah, that was a big-time, awesome performance by Gannon Brady.
I saw a picture of Duke, and when I had him, he had the long, shaggy hair, and his hair's all tight and stuff now. I said, man, look at you all old now. Duke's going to Maryland.
Yeah, the Duke.
Duke McCarron, Ventnor boy, playing over at Ocean City.
Choice school.
The 1-1. Pitches down. There goes the runner. Seth moves up. The catcher, Larry Graham. Outside, ball 3.
Yeah, the other night Cole Campbell was out here taking in some of the action, watching. He's a member of the Summers Point Captains. And I was kind of joking about how tough he is as a catcher. So he was with his dad. He didn't have a chair himself, so he just sat flat out on the asphalt right there behind the backstop.
Ball 4, back-to-back walks. So it's 2 on with nobody out here in the 4th. Can we get a little something going here for Galloway? C.J. Brown taking a walk out to talk to Ben Brott. We've got a runner for Graham.
First and second, no outs. Bit of a deficit. I got to think probably a little bit too large of a deficit to think that they're going to try to sacrifice bunt here. No, McCall's been known to get a hold of the baseball, so good shot into the gap here could help them climb right back into it.
McCall takes ball 1. You know, Ben Brott back-to-back walks here, so McCall, good job of taking a couple pitches. Make him throw you a strike here. Hasn't been able to do it. Brott from the stretch, the pitch. And that one's over for a called strike. The 1-1 shows bunt outside corner, called strike 2.
Maybe I was wrong.
Not surprising.
Touche. Got action in the bullpen again.
Swing and a miss. And McCall goes down swinging. So Ben Brott picks up a much-needed strikeout there. 1 away here for Galloway in the 4th. Gargione steps to the plate. Chase Utley style. Second base, hits left, throws right.
The Silver Fox.
Fastball, inside corner, strike one. 8-3 Northfield. Big innings, back-to-back, 3-run innings in the third and the fourth. Take control of this game. Ben Brott trying to hold it here. The pitch. Inside, ball one.
Rocking the South Jersey Sand Sharks helmet. Ed Hayes smiling somewhere.
Down and in, ball two, 2-1 to Frank Gargione. That ball's hit back up the middle, softly Burns, tough play, over to first, he throws it away, so coming around to score is Seth, and they're going to get another run back here to make it a 8-4 game. Up the second goes Gargione over to third.
Well, you put the ball in play, good things can happen, and you'll see it right here. So chopper, that stopwatch starts going real quick in your head, and that's all that happened. Ball got away.
And here's the other Seth coming to the plate now. So one comes across the score to make it an 8-4 game.
It's time for the P.O. power for the Absegami pitcher.
Fastball on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. 0-1. And a little bender there for Ben Brott. First he's shown that.
Crafty.
Helps when you get ahead, though.
Always easier in this game to work ahead.
0-2. Brott winds and delivers the pitch. Just off the plate. Ball and 2 strikes. Second and third, 1 out. 8-4, 1-1 across.
So I was told by Joe Bunting that the league president, the All-Star game will actually be played on this field as well. So we got
how are they doing that? Do they have divisions? Is it just going to be?
Yeah, that part I'm not 100% sure of, but I do know there's going to be a home run derby.
All right.
So we're going to have some cool stuff set up here on BFA for that night and those festivities.
When's that?
I got to double check with him on that one. I think the date was to be determined. He was waiting to make sure all the kids were back from the high school playoff scene and the teams were ramped up and ready to go. Trying to schedule it about the halfway point, which would probably put it just around that MLB All-Star break, probably the week or so before it.
Ben Brott did not like that call from home plate umpire Dave Powell.
I got a bat boy going tonight. Look at him getting it done for Galloway.
There's Joe Bunting going to take a trip to the mound to calm down his pitcher, Ben Brott, who kind of gave oh my God, he couldn't believe that pitch was called a ball.
Well, you know, the Buntings are familiar with deliveries and bringing things to their clients and their customers, so no surprise he's not out there delivering. So the Bunting Family Pharmacy, the official provider of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. So they bring the pharmacy home to you, and that young man is bringing bats to everybody, so he's doing one heck of a job. Oh, lefty.
Like a lefty.
Ryan Master.
There's Master, the leadoff hitter, struck out and popped up with a chance to really get this game a little tighter here. Base is loaded, 1 out, top of the order. Pitches in the dirt, gets by C.J. Brown, nothing coming.
And we're right up behind the backstop, so good job by you to help coach up your old player. Help him out, let him know runner's not coming. I see how you play it there, Gil.
The 1-0. Pitch is over for a called strike.
Dude, we should have worn pants.
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. 1-1. Low. Base is packed with Mustangs.
It's a herd.
Foul off the right side.
That just woke up cameraman Charles Hope.
Yeah, I saw Charles.
I think he had said something under his breath to me. Something about he wanted fudge.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Brott winds, kicks, delivers, and that one is over for a called strike 3. And he got Masters looking, and he'll get Mancini now with 2 down here.
Oh, that was
DH James Mancini.
a little bit of a shielded view there by the shortstop. Someone was saying that they were looking for a chiropractic sponsor, something about straining their neck or something. I don't know.
The proverbial too close to take.
That's true.
A little low. Ball 1. James Mancini has popped to second, grounded to third. Has a chance to do some damage here, though, with bases loaded. 2 down here in the 4th. 8-4. 1 run across for Galloway this inning. That one's low and away. 2-0. A couple of walks this inning and an error have the Galloway bases full. 2-0. That one's over for a called strike. Been brought in relief of Brandon Riggs here in the 4th. Galloway is the home team tonight. That one's over for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. See if Ben Brott throws that deuce. We've only seen it once.
He's working high tempo right now, getting up and throwing. Look
He
at
does throw the deuce. C.J. Brown does a good job of keeping it in front. They asked Jim Conover out there, did he go? He said he did not, which means we now have a 3-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs here in the 4th. Runners will be off.
And a little bit of action out there in the Northfield bullpen.
The 3-2 pitch. Runners taking off. Brott's pitch is hit into short second base. Brett Ewing underneath of it. A little humpback liner. And that'll do it here in the bottom half, or excuse me, the bottom half of the 4th. Bases left loaded. We head to the 5th. 8-4 Northfield. Gus Busby's in the pitch now for Galloway in relief of de Blasio.
Hey, de Blasio came in, was in a rough spot there as he came in off the heels of a 3-run bomb. Held it down pretty well, but give Northfield credit. Took advantage of a few defensive miscues and stretch the lead out to 8-4. So Busby going to try to quiet the Northfield Bats and allow the Mustangs to climb back into it. And we're going to be starting this frame off with the speedster, Tommy Burns.
De Blasio, 2 innings, 3 strikeouts, a walk, and 3 hits, 3 runs. Busby, the right-hander, first pitch swinging for Burns, fouled off, out of play, 0-1. Busby comes in, Egg Harbor Township, 6'3", 175, right-hander, big boy.
He's got that good pitcher's frame too. Lanky. Looks like he'd get a little longer though. His opportunity to stretch it out, and perhaps he might as he gets a few balls.
Sky to right, Cronk underneath, makes the grab. 1 away here in the 5th, and here comes McCarthy.
Be efficient, pitch the contact.
Extra hitter, Luke McCarthy.
Got a very unique windup there. Kind of looks over to the dugout. Fastball over for a called strike.
Yeah, that pitch has good late movement on it. Has lots of life the last 3 feet it travels. Ooh,
Curveball.
He tripped him up there.
He's done that both times. Both hitters, he's gone fastball, curveball. 0-2. So now he's got McCarthy in a hole. 0-2. McCarthy struck out last time. He walked back in the 2nd. And Busby's pitch is beaten in front.
Some nifty glove work there. We might have actually caught that on the replay. I don't know. We'll wait till after this at bat.
Because where did that hit? The pitch from Busby. All-speed pitch. Got him. And that one had some nastiness to it. Swing and a miss from McCarthy. He goes down swinging for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, this put-out pitch worth another look from Busby. Oh, the bottom dropped out. My Lord.
Top of the order for Klemic. Starts him off with an all-speed pitch. Certainly wasn't as sharp as that last one. Ball 1. Fastball over, so very efficient here so far for Gus Busby.
Yeah, he's working the breaking pitches, keeping them way down in the zone, breaking below the knees.
All-speed pitch, out in a little too far out in front. 2-1. That one's outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to the leadoff man, Jared Klemic.
So one of the many things the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League prides themselves on is community service and giving back. So the Sjssbl encourages you to check out a community project that is ongoing in the city of Northfield, Veterans Park. You can reach out to City Hall and contribute to the cause, or perhaps even sponsor and buy a bench or a brick for the project.
There goes the runner. Graham's throw off the bag. Stolen base for Klemic. Busby this year for EHT, 13 innings pitched, had 10 strikeouts, gave up 9 hits, 4 runs. Pitch is over for a called strike. A very good EHT program. Johnson. Goes back to that deuce to Demetrius Johnson. Pitch is fouled back off the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Johnson. Quick 2 outs here. Runner at second now in scoring position as Northfield leads 8-4 here in the top half of the 5th. The pitch up and in, ball 4. So now with 2 outs, a couple of walks.
Right fielder, Ethan Hickson.
And that brings up Ethan Hickson, a left-handed swinger. Hickson. At Seton Hall. First pitch over for a called strike. You know who played at Seton Hall?
No.
Mo Vaughn.
Mo Vaughn. Did not know that.
Hickson swings through a fastball from Busby. I think Craig Biggio might have played at Seton Hall as well. 0-2 pitch is outside.
That would be something.
That's a
Back
total
then,
random guess.
Yeah, there is Ethan Hickson.
Ball is hit to second, and Munez is there to not so gracefully put it away to end the top half of the 5th inning. 2 left on for Northfield. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 8-4 Northfield. Sammy Munez will lead things off for Galloway here in the bottom of the 5th. They trail 8-4. That's a true story, Charles. That was probably the perfect reaction to that comment right there. Oh, man. Ben brought in his second inning of work for Northfield. Ball is fouled. That's Munez. A couple of ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to short. Northfield leads at 8-4. They are the road team, even though they are playing at their home park here at Birch Grove Park. Munez fouls one back off the screen, and Ben Brott is ahead. A ball and 2 strikes with nobody out here in the 5th. 8-4 Northfield. That's the first clean inning, inning that they haven't scored in the last 2. So Busby did a good job of coming in relief there for Galloway. Brott's pitch is down and in for a ball. The 2-2. And Munez is called out on strikes.
Nice.
Actually looks like he went on that. I think Jimmy Conover, the first base umpire, confirmed that.
First base, Steve Myers.
And here's Steve Myers, the left-handed swinging first baseman. Fastball over for a called strike. Curveball comes up short, 1-1. And the fastball's fouled back. And Brent Brott's ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th. Brott kicks, delivers, and Myers swings and misses, and Brown over to first. And the second out of the inning is a strikeout as well. So 2 away, and Ben Brott off to a good start here in the 5th inning. He'll face the right fielder, Anthony Cronk.
Right field, Anthony Cronk.
A left-handed swinger, back-to-back lefties here in the Galloway lineup. Inside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Down and in. Seth on deck. Inside, ball 3. The 3-0 from Brott, and it's short, and a 4-pitch walk. So after back-to-back strikeouts, Cronk draws a walk, and he's a 2-out base runner. And here comes Seth. Guys having a blast out there, eh?
Hey, man, anytime you get to be with the big boys, put the helmet on, having a blast for sure.
Faraz Seth out in left field tonight. Fast pitch off the plate. Brought over to first. The 1-0 to Sheth. Down and away. Two 2-0. Swinkowski, Brown, and Ewing, the heart of the Cardinal lineup coming up. That one's away. So Brott in a 3-0 hole again after back-to-back strikeouts. He had a 4-pitch walk. He's now thrown 7 straight balls. He walked him. So much going on tonight. I think I've lost the ink in my pen.
That could very well be a possibility. There's been a lot of base runners between
At least
these
my
two
blue
teams.
pen. The
Well,
red pen, not so much. The blue pen is getting a workout. A lot of base runners tonight.
Well, here's something you won't necessarily need base runners for, and that's a quick look at all the teams here in the South Shore and the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the some of the logos here. I mean, you got the old AC Surf lineup logo there. You got the old Galloway Mustang football team there. The captains, though, that's a nice one. I mean, who created that baby? That's a brand new, that's an expansion team. A lot of these teams came over, from the old ACBL, and now they're playing here in the South Jersey South Shore League as that ball is hit the center. And underneath of it, making the play, is Klemick for the final out of the inning. Leaving a couple of runners on base. We travel to the top, Northfield, of course, is the road team, my bad. The top of the sixth, it's 8-4 Northfield.
Third base, J.J. Swinkowski.
Gus Buzz.
Yeah, Busby in for his second inning of relief to face Swinkowski here. Busby came in last inning. He'll now face the 4, 5, 6 hitters of this Northfield lineup. You know what I like, though, that this new league has done? They've made the teams kind of get a moniker.
Yeah.
I like that.
That is nice.
Rather than just being Northfield. I mean, they've always been the Northfield Cardinals, but a lot of the other teams didn't have monikers with them.
Just the team. Yeah, like I was wondering about Egg Harbor Township tomorrow night. Like I just saw Egg Harbor Township. I mean, are they the Eagles, like the high school? I don't think they could be or should be. I don't know.
Ball stroked to center field. Master is
Going
back and makes the grab. A couple steps in front of the fence and one away.
Nice job. Good reaction.
Did they not have a name?
It just said EHT baseball,
C.J. Brown.
Not good.
but it mimicked the colors of the high school.
They're the Knights, or is that?
No, that's Egg Harbor City.
Okay. No, they're the Eagles.
Okay.
Yep. Fastball over.
Must have took a lot of thought to come up with that.
Yeah, the Eagles and the Egg Harbor Knights. You got the Egg Harbor Eagles and the Egg Harbor Knights.
Yeah, Egg Harbor City Knights.
I'm just going off the website, man.
But I know that they're the Egg Harbor City Knights.
You got the South Jersey Surf. Now, where's their home? Where are they based out of?
South Jersey?
Are they the Road Warriors?
They could be. Because, the challenge is Surf Stadium, there are no lights. I mean, we talked to our buddy Ernie Corsi.
Yeah.
Rumor is they might be on the way.
Wow, I've been hearing that for 10 years.
Rumors. Well, it's a slow building process.
Pitch is down and away. You got the Buna Blue Dogs. Do you know the genesis of that?
I'm not sure where that part came from, but I do know they're playing at Molini Field in Buna.
The Ocean City Water Dogs, which I do know the genesis of that.
Wow, what a great view right here, right on the chalk.
Foul down the third base song. That's Teddy Corey's team. He's got the Water Dog over in Ventnor. So he's used the restaurant name for the team name for his
Smart.
Ocean City team, and that's the logo
Good
of
marketing.
the restaurant.
Well, listen, if
It's not really a restaurant. It's more of a
watering hole?
No, it's not a bar. It's more of kind of like a takeout spot, but it has seating, some seating. I wouldn't say it's like a sit-down restaurant, though. Have you ever eaten there, the Water Dog?
I can't say I have.
Oh, man, it is very good.
Nice.
Right on the corner of in Ventnor
There's a couple corners in Ventnor, Mike.
yeah,
Just a
it's on
couple.
it's on the corner of Margate and Ventnor with a nice play over at third base there. A little liner right at him. I grew up there. I mean, I can't believe I can't remember the damn name of the street.
What I would tell you is if you're interested in advertising your business on the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League broadcast, be sure to reach out to us or reach out to the president, Joe Bunting. More than happy to advertise and get the message out about all the good things going on with your product, business, or service. As already thousands have been watching these broadcasts, so quite a few opportunities to be seen, lots of impressions. And the cool part is, every so often there's going to be a game right in your backyard.
Over for a called strike. Busby dealing.
I feel like we're in Ventnor tonight. It's like
I'm
breezy,
loving
windy.
this. Maybe
It's
this
like
I'm used to it.
14-mile-an-hour breeze coming off the water. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm used to this, so I feel I'm liking this. And that one's over for a called strike. Yeah, it's on the corner of Fredericksburg and Ventnor. So half the street of Fredericksburg is Ventnor. The other half is Margate.
Okay.
They're on the Ventnor side, the Water Dog. Ground ball to short. McCall over to first, and Meyer squeezes and makes the play. And that'll end the inning here in the sixth. We head to the bottom half of the sixth inning here. 8-4 Northfield on BFA Sports. All right, John McCall leads things off here in the top half of the bottom half of the sixth, I should say. Ben Brott still out there. Oh, that one almost hit Charles.
Eesh.
He had a hand on that, I think.
He might have. There he is. Look, there he is right there. He's close to the action.
He is up on that first base dugout over there, so he is getting a good view. That was over for a called strike. The 0-2 from Ben Brott is downstairs. Ball one. 2-2.
Man, this ball boy, this kid's been busy. He's all over the place tonight. He went and got the foul ball and everything.
Just getting paid for.
I'm sure. Those Wilson 10-10s are about $8 a piece these days, so
Jeez.
you're not letting those balls go.
3 balls and 2 strikes. So after an 0-2 start, McCall has worked the count full. 8-4 here in the 6th. And that's ball 4. So after an 0-2 count, McCall gets himself on base. The leadoff walk.
Second base, Frank Gargione.
Brings up Gargione. Gargione reached on an air and singled. I wonder if Ben Brod is here to close this one out.
Maybe. Well, again, with these schedules that you have, I mean, you're kind of.
Well, sometimes you don't want to throw a guy too much because you might need him again tomorrow or the next day.
Exactly.
Over for a called strike. Yeah, that to me is one of the bigger problems with pitching these days. They have these pitch counts, which are meant to be good, but realistically, I think it's the workload that's more of the problem. Is you throw 3 innings on Wednesday, and then you come back on Friday because you're like, I only threw 3 innings on Wednesday, and then you throw Friday, then you're throwing again on Sunday, and you're like, well, I threw 2 innings on Friday. Well, you forgot about the 3 innings you threw on Wednesday. So the inflammation in the arm never gets a chance to really go all the way back down.
That's a great point.
Over to first, off the mitt from Brott, and Burns does a good job of staying with that and getting the out. They need outs at this point, so the lead runner moves up.
Yeah, no, not bad at all. Good opportunity here. Being productive. McCall moving up to second base, but they're going to need they need a big hit here. They need something if you're Galloway to be the spark to cut this lead in half this late in the game.
Sheth up. Yeah, it's one of those things where I would prefer, hey, just throw your 110, 120 pitches and then call it a week. That's it. Let the inflammation go all the way back down. Throw your 110, 120 pitches. But it's these, where you're throwing 2 innings here, 1 inning there, 3 on this team, 2 on that team, 3 over here, twice in the same day because you're in a weekend tournament. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, yeah, my arm feels okay. It's all right. Yeah, well, you still have little, even if you throw 40 pitches.
Listen, there's a process, and I think that there's a lot to be said about how the arm care programs have evolved, and I would say how they evolved. And it's another look at the bullpen, speaking of action. These programs have really evolved, I think, in a good way, but it's really forced a lot of these pitchers to get to know their body better.
Well, what's happened, too, is, and by the way, pass ball there, runner advances. Probably a ball that Brown would say I should have had. He asked him honestly, a little true serum.
Sure.
The pitch count is supposed to help, but the problem becomes, teams are trying to coach to their advantage with the pitch count, so you are coaching around the pitch count. So it's like, well, I'll only throw you 40 pitches so that I can bring you back again tomorrow because you're under the pitch count. I can use you again.
Yeah, it's there is a bit of a weird science to it, but it's not. It's not an exact science. That's the biggest problem.
No,
because some guys react so much differently than others.
Well, it's funny when I have kids at 13, they're very young, and you say, "Well, what's your bounce back like?" And they'll look at me like, "What does that even mean?" Meaning, if you throw 12 pitches today, what are you going to be like tomorrow? Are you mush, or are you out? Are you not able?
Right.
If you throw 20 pitches today, are you? What's your bounce back like?
Well, because a lot what gets forgotten is to throw those 12 or 20 pitches, you're still going into the pen and throwing. So you're throwing 20 bullets to warm up and then come out to throw 10, 15 pitches, and that's the thing that I think a lot of guys, even coaching staffs, like you tend to forget about it.
Yeah.
It's I hate when I send a guy out to go warm up, and then the kid counts on you to shut him back down. I'm like, listen, you know what you got to do to get warm. Just get warm, but don't overthrow.
Last night I had a kid who's very raw, about 6'2", left-hander, really hasn't been worked with all that much. And I said to him, as Master's up at the plate, I said, before you get on the mound, throw 10 in front of the mound, and then throw 10 behind the mound, and then get up on the mound. And he kind of looked at me like I was a nut. And I said, you guys don't warm up right. You got to get your arm loose to get ready to start letting the bullets fly. But if you do it that way, there's 10 in front, 10 behind. There's 20 throws. Now, you're not zipping it. 3-0 to Master, the leadoff man for Galloway. And that one is over for a called strike. And quite frankly, when I was pitching earlier, I wasn't warming up right. When I got to West Virginia, that's what they made us do. 10 in front, 10 behind before you even got up on the mound. Beaten foul.
I get it.
Master, who I would imagine will have some innings on the mound here for this Galloway team throughout this season as well. Had a great season on the mound for Atlantic City. Swing and a miss. And Master goes down swinging, leaving a couple of runners on. And that is now the second out of the inning. So with 2 on and 2 outs, here's Mancini. Mancini 0 for 3. Popped to second twice and grounded to third. Mancini played at Ocean City. Base hit makes this a ball game. Fouled off. Ball and 2 strikes. Ben Brott dealing for Northfield. The right-hander winds, and the curveball gets by Brown. And a run comes by as Brown could not get to it in time, and Mancini strikes out, but he'll reach base, and a run comes home.
Well, just made it interesting.
Shortstop, Sam.
And they have another runner in scoring position.
Oh, guy that can change the game with a swing of the bat is the 3-hitter, and that's Sammy Muniz.
You get a runner for Mancini here. And Sam Muniz.
A couple of ex-Cape Atlantic Leaguers battling it out here.
That one gets by Brown as well.
Oh, he's dead
they got him
size.
caught. Well, if he would have gone to first, he would have had him.
Good reaction by Brown just to get rid of the
What's
ball.
the guy's name that pinch ran for the Phillies the other night and got thrown out the catcher?
Jankowski.
Oh, man. That guy almost had a Jankowski moment there. He went in to run for that guy and almost got it.
That was bad.
Terrible. At that level. Unbelievable. I haven't heard or seen from him since. Has he been in a game since?
I don't think he's been in the game. He was in the celebration on the walk-off today, I saw, so he's pretty good at throwing the bucket of water around.
Hopefully that's his only role. And he hit Muniz. That'll load the bases now. And that'll bring up Steve Myers with a chance to take the lead in this one. He is the go-ahead run.
Bunting going out there, talking to Brady.
He does have some bullpen action he's had going here for the last couple of innings, but how much does he want to rely on Ben Brott here? And he's going to go to the bullpen. So that'll do it for Ben Brott here tonight. We got a pitching change at Birch Grove Park. And Ethan Messi is set to come in, the 5'10 right-hander from Camden County College. It's Ethan Messi coming in relief of Ben Brott.
Pitcher for Northfield, Ethan Messi.
So bases loaded with Mustangs. 4-hole hitter Steve Myers at the plate. A chance to really...
The go-ahead runner.
That's right. You know, last time we had a go-ahead runner at the plate. He hit a 3-run bomb. That was Chase Petty in that playoff game last week.
It was like you had ESP. I mean, you just knew it was coming. I could probably play that for you. And if it's feeling a little frigid, Mike, that's why right now. 67 degrees, 14-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the east, and it's partly cloudy here at Birch Grove Park in Northfield.
First base, Steve Myers.
All right, so pitcher and catcher getting on the same page, and things just got interesting.
So Ben Brott, 2 2/3, 5 strikeouts, 8 walks.
Yeah, that's going to...
And a hit batsman. Didn't give up a hit.
That's a unique line. Very...
Messi's pitch
Oh.
foul down
Just took Mejia out there.
the left field side. Yeah, 2 2/3, 5 strikeouts, 8 walks, a hit batsman, no hits for Ben Brott tonight.
So I need a ruling from you. So you get into the final frame. You're the pitcher of record.
Ground ball to left side. Over to first. And makes the play is Swenkowski. So they leave him loaded here in the 6th. Messi comes in, does the job. 8-5 Northfield. To the 7th we go here at Birch Grove. Northfield holding on to an 8-4 lead. Galloway left them loaded in the 6th.
8-5 lead.
Oh, that scores. They did score 1 in that inning. And C.J. Wallowich, the first baseman, leads things off here in the 7th. Big hack. Swings back off the fence. By the way, Craig Biggio did go to Seton Hall. Those fact checkers.
It was a good call. I mean, your recall of that was impressive. I got to tell you. Oh,
Nice
nice
play by Busby. Backhand, underhands to first, and 1 away. Yeah, I gave you Mo Vaughn and Craig Biggio.
Yeah, you came up big. And Busby coming up big on the defensive play here.
Hunter Barberi. Right-handed swinger. Nice pitch there by Busby. Even better play. I don't like the underhand toss, though, Busby. Come on, man. Fly ball sky to center. Master camps out and makes the grab. 2 away quickly.
So the other night, Dodd for Northfield, no-hitter, going into the 7th.
Oh, yeah.
Pitcher of record. Buna goes to bunt their way on.
Mm-hmm.
First baseman crashes. Dodd.
What's the score?
It's 3-0. They're up.
Okay.
So Mejia crashes. Dodd fields the ball, turns to first. There's nobody there. He throws the ball anyway.
That's a mental error.
Yeah, but is it a physical error? Is it a
Was
physical
anybody
error?
else on base?
Yes, there was a runner at second base.
Sky high in the infield. Myers gives way to Munez, and that'll do it. A quick inning here in the 7th. Last licks for Galloway. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 8-5 Northfield. All right, bottom 7 here. And here comes Adrian Wiggins. We've seen him score a run as a runner tonight.
Adrian Wiggins.
He is hitting in the Kronk spot in the order. So my assistant coach, Don Myers, whose brother was a longtime umpire, he says that's a base hit. So, Dodd, your no-hitter has been nullified. Nobody covering the bag. That is it's a base hit.
I still look at that and I debate that because you would turn in that moment.
All right, when this game's over, I'm
and
going to
know-
ask Jimmy Conover.
and know that the second baseman should be there.
Right, but he wasn't. You can't penalize the hitter for that. That's not his fault. A mental error is not an error in the score sheet.
No, I'm not saying that, but remember, it's not a mental. He physically threw the ball, and there was nobody there.
Well, that's asinine. I mean,
Well, we debated it because we're like,
Come
is it a
on.
no hitter? Or is it Louis Rios, the assistant coach for Buno, was like, no, man, that's a hit. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know that I see it that way because the second baseman should have been there.
Messi is continuing to pitch. This is Adrian Wiggins, Abstagami. Ethan Messi. Fastball, swing and a miss. Yeah, I mean, it's a clever move by him to throw the ball away.
Hey.
So he knew in his head he had a no-hitter going.
Oh, He definitely did, Martella.
It was Anthony Martella, Brigantine boy.
Let me guess.
No, I did not. I've played many games against Anthony Martella. He was the catcher for Brigantine for a while. But back when Brigantine had their own team. They now have combined with Ventnor. Played at Atlantic High.
So it was recommended to me because there's not really a center field fence in Ventnor. That if we were attempting to shoot a game there, and I don't know about the angle, but it would be to put it in the Pirates press box on the football field. But I think it would be way off, right?
Way off. I mean, that is like you'd be shooting in right field.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That was not a good recommendation. Fouled back. No, the only possible option I could see. No, I mean, the fence is too high, man. I mean, I could say if you went on the Little League dugout in center field, but you're still shooting through a chain link fence.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
Strike three. Martella takes off. And Brown to first, 2 away. So 1 out away for Northfield. It's been a good battle here, though. I mean, Galloway had the bases loaded last inning with 2 outs. Base hit makes this a interesting game. Still a 3-run game.
Yeah.
Catcher, Larry Graham.
There's Larry Graham, the catcher. Last opportunity for Galloway with 2 outs here in the 7th. Yeah, in fact, you told me, and you said the game is in Ventnor, and I said, well, hey, look, the Ventnor field, I think, is probably the nicest infield in the area, in my opinion, but not a great spectator field.
Yeah, it's
which
not.
I like because I don't like the parents being near me. There's just not a great. There's no good.
Yeah. Well, and again, that's why we were initially supposed to broadcast the game last night in Ventnor, but it wasn't conducive. Like, I even drove there, couldn't figure out.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah,
okay.
I couldn't figure out logistically
I wasn't lying to you,
how
right?
to do it. No,
you have a shed right here, so you got a good view of the game, except for when the ball goes to right field. But there's just no place to put anything.
Yeah. So what I can share with everybody.
That ball's turned on down the left field side. There's Graham. One hops the fence, and he's going to round into second with a stand-up double. So Galloway staying alive, like the BG said.
Well, and get back to the point about the Ventnor game. So Joe Bunting and I, had a discussion, Galloway being here. So now we added a game to the broadcast schedule, and that'll be on June 24th. We'll have Ventnor at Galloway.
Galloway's got that little press box up there. Is that still operational?
Yeah, it's like the Death Star.
I've never seen anybody in that thing.
Operational.
I've never seen it utilized.
Nah, my
pinch runner coming into the game here.
My dad was a part of the crew that had helped build that press box back in the day. So it goes back a few moons.
Oh, it's been there my whole existence. It's just I've never seen anybody in there. I'm just thinking now about Gabriel Field and the dugouts. The men's league playing in those dugouts cannot be fun.
Well, they're just they're just like these. They're just,
no.
Oh, the roofs are a little short, I guess.
Yeah. It's a little tight in there, man. They're not just like these. I mean, you got the tree bench to sit on, and it's this high off the ground. Come on, man. It's just like these. This is like a luxury suite at Ocean Resort compared to.
Oh, man, now you're ripping on my hometown, man.
And he gets the strikeout on John McCall to end the game. That'll do it here at Birch Grove Park in Northfield. The final score, Northfield 8 and Galloway 5. A lot of fun to call this one tonight here. It's good to see a lot of these older former players out here still doing it and playing at a pretty high level.
Oh, 100%, and it's
I say
playoff
older.
time.
A lot of these guys are young. They're just older than high school age.
It is playoff time for high school, so shout out to these guys that are still alive. You got Ocean City and Mainland coming up here on BFA Sports tomorrow. Congratulations to Holy Spirit and St. Augustine as they both advance to their respective finals, and that means that there's going to be a few more players. They're going to need a few more, maybe a week or so to show up and to help contribute. But another great battle and contest here in the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League, Mike.
Did you play in the South Shore League?
I did, way back, 16 and 19.
That's right.
Actually, speaking of mainland, John Sheeran, one of my teammates back on that team back in the day.
Joe Bunting, one of my teammates back in the day on the Summers Point Gamblers.
Ah.
I think Sully should have brought back the Gamblers name. Forget the captains.
Well, you can take that up with him.
We had the Primo Pizza box on our arms.
Oh, strong. That's a good sponsor to have.
Junior Mejia. By the way, speaking of the 16 and 19 league, I coached Junior Mejia on the Ventnor 16 and 19-year-old team.
Man, that's taking it back. I remember us winning the league championship on Pleasantville's field.
Wow, Ty
Pleasantville.
Elfridge.
Yeah.
That was the one that had the old stadium back there, look, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that'll do it for us tonight here for BFA Sports, the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. The final, Northfield 8, Galloway 5. Have a great night, everybody.